All right, here we go. Second round recap from the 2012 NBA draft. We're gonna go through this one a little quicker, considering there's a lot of foreign players in this section that I don't really know nothing about, so I can't tell you what I think about them. But here we go. Start off with the Bobcats taking Jeff Taylor, uh, another defender, lockdown guy from Vanderbilt. Pretty good addition to the team. Everybody needs their shutdown defender, And the Bobcats in this draft could potentially ended up with two, with MKG with the second overall pick and Jeff Taylor. Uh, Good player. I like him. Ready to see how his game translate to to the NBA and see how he fits in with the Bobcats. But then you had the Wizards at number 32 taking Thomas Satoransky, I think. But I have no clue, nothing about him. But hey, we'll see how it works. See if he comes next year or waits a few years down the line. Then you had the Cavaliers picking for the Mavericks at number 33, taking Bernard James. Uh, Pretty good player from Florida State. The ovation he received when he got picked was simply amazing for his time served in the Iraq a couple times and Cater. But definitely want to say they got a defensive guy to go down there to back up Brendan Hayward. And also want to take this time to tell Bernard James we appreciate your services in the Army and we wish nothing but the best for you. I know you're an older guy, but hope you make it in the draft or in the league. And definitely walked into a pretty good situation in Dallas. Then you had Cavs at 34 also picking for Mavericks, and they picked Jay Crowder. Now, I watched him for 2 years in Marquette, and he can ball. He's undersized, 6'6", but he plays like he's 6'10". I mean, the dude's got heart. He's got strength. He definitely can play, and I think with the way the undersized power forwards have been playing in the league as of late, with Chuck Hayes and DeJuan Blair for two, I think he can make it find his way into some playing time down in Dallas. He can even shoot the ball a little bit, but and he's a good rebounder. So we'll see how it works out for him. Then 35, you had the Warriors taking Draymond Green. Obviously, he had a good season this year, but he's definitely got to get in better shape for the Warriors. The way they get up and down the court, because in the tournament when they played Louisville ran him, man, and he got tired. He's definitely got to get into shape and get more physical and quit playing on the perimeter so much. But he got potential to be a good player, and looking forward to see how he fits in there. Then you had the Kings at 36 taking Orlando Johnson. I don't really know much about him, but I know he can score the basketball and he's got pretty good size. But he actually ended up getting traded to the Pacers for cash considerations. And Orlando Johnson is a way better pick than Miles Plumlee. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but see how he works there in Indiana. Then you had the Raptors at 37 taking Quincy Acey. Can rebound the ball pretty good. I'm sure they're going to use him as a role player, come off the bench for energy purposes. He brings good leadership down there in Baylor. Was actually shocked that he went for Quincy Miller, but I think he can make it in the league pretty good. Then the next pick, Nuggets at 38, they took Quincy Miller, Baylor back to back. Uh, Still, Nuggets, you know how they do. They've been drafting good as of late. I like Quincy Miller, man. I can't believe he slid this far. Honestly, he's got great potential. He just needs to. I think he needs to kind of convert to the small forward position and for him to do that, he needs to work on his perimeter game a whole lot. He needs to get better defensively on the perimeter also. But he's going to definitely be a player, and we'll hear his name in a few years. Then the Pistons at 39 take Chris Middleton from Texas A&M. Don't really know much about him. Uh, I know he kind of fell off the map, and people was kind of shocked he came this year in the draft. I believe he was a junior, or but we'll see what happens with him. Pistons, they need a kind of a small forward guy, and I think that's what they can get with him. So we'll see how it goes. Then you had the Blazers at 40 taking Will Barton, and this dude can shoot the lights out. Probably, but he's probably the third best shooter maybe in the draft behind Lamb and Jenkins. But he can definitely shoot the ball. He needs to bulk up. He's got pretty good potential. I'm ready. Ready to see how he fits in with Portland. Then also you have Portland at 41 taking Tyshawn Taylor. Kind of a defensive point guard, but he could score pretty well while he's at Kansas. But they ended up trading him to Brooklyn. So see how he fits in there, and maybe he can get his offense up to par behind Darren Williams. Well, I believe Darren Williams is staying in Brooklyn, but we'll see with that. Then you had Deron Lamb, sharpshooter, Milwaukee Bucks, 42 from Kentucky. Shot nearly 50% from the three-point line while he was playing for UK. He be a nice another shooter to go behind Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings. And he don't take bad shots. That's the thing about him, man. He can create for himself, and he knows how to move without the ball. And that's definitely a plus with him. Then you had the Hawks at 43 taking Mike Scott. Know nothing about him. Kim English with the Pistons at 44. I mean, I watched Missouri a little bit this year because they played them all the time on TV. But, I mean, I don't know. I know he played power forward a whole lot in the four-guard system. But we'll see how it translates to the Pistons I say he'd probably be a shooting guard, maybe small forward. Then you had the 76ers, 45, taking Justin Hamilton. He ended up being traded to Miami for Arnett Moultrie. Miami's looking for that center they need in the middle because anybody's better than Joel Anthony, in my opinion. So we'll see how he works out there. Personally, I don't know why in the first round they just didn't take Festus Ezeli and try and get their guy there. But see how it works out for him. Then you had the Hornets at 46 taking Darius Miller, the senior leader of that Kentucky championship team. He can play the game. He's a smart basketball player. He the leader of that team, and he can shoot the ball every now and then. He felt the need to kind of take over when he needed to for Kentucky. Then you had the Jazz at 47 taking Kevin Murphy from Tennessee Tech, and don't really know nothing about him, but I know he can score the ball. I know he had the highest points in one game this season. I believe he had 55 in one game, and that was the highest all year of any Division One. So we'll see how he works out. See what the Jazz can do with him. Then you had the Knicks taking, I don't even know if I want to pronounce his name, Kostas Papakalano. Something, I don't know. Know nothing about him, obviously. So we'll see what he can do. The Magic at 49 taking Kyle O'Quinn. Norfolk State obviously had a big game against Missouri in the NCAA tournament where they knocked them out. The 15 knocked the 2 out. So I don't know nothing about him neither, but he looked pretty solid in that game that I watched, and I'm pretty sure that's the game that put him on the map and in front of everybody. The Nuggets at 50 taking Ezet Turco-Kalanze or something. I don't know. If you know how to say it, teach me, comment, told me how to pronounce it. Um, Celtics at 51, taking Chris Joseph. I think he can be a player for the Celtics in that system as they try to get the young guys in there. He's pretty good at Syracuse. So we'll see how he can fit in there. See if he can. Um, Also, then the Warriors at 52, taking another foreign guy, old Organji Kuzmic. Know nothing about him. Once again, if you know anything about him, let me know. Uh, then you had the Clippers at 53, taking Furkar Aldemir. Uh, he was in the trade. They sent Mo Williams to the Jazz. He got shipped to Houston. Aldemir did. They sent Lamar Odom back to the Clippers. Uh, and 76ers at 55. Tornike Shenagila got picked up at 54 for the Sixers. Once again, know nothing about him, so let's see what they can do. I think they're kind of looking for the guy to replace Iguodala because I think they're going to move him this offseason. Then you had Dallas at 55, taking Darius Johnson Odom. He's a solid player. He can shoot the ball pretty good, athletic body. We'll see what he can do when the game translates to the league. But he's a solid college player, Marquette. Then you had 56 with the Raptors taking Tomislav Zubik or something. See how it rolls with him. The Nets at 57, taking Ilkan Karaman. See how it goes with him also. T-Wolves at 58, taking Robbie Hummel from Purdue. He had an injury problem while he played college ball. I think he missed a lot of time. I know he missed 1 year, I believe, with an ACL injury or something. But he can shoot the ball, and if he gets hot, look out. And you had the Spurs at 59, taking Marcus Demon. Not a fan with him. I think him and Kim English are pretty much the same type player. I believe all four of the guards that played for Missouri was pretty much the same type player. So we'll see what happens there. And then he had the Lakers at 60, taking Robert Sacre from Gonzaga. And as a Lakers fan, I must tell you, I was pretty upset when that pick happened. I don't think that dude is NBA material. I think they should have took Casper Ware right there at the point guard position. I don't know, man. I just not a fan of that pick. But Lakers also ended up trading and getting Darius Johnson Odom. But out of those picks, I say there was some pretty solid picks. Like I said, the draft was pretty deep this year. I think Draymond Green be pretty good. I think Quincy Miller, Will Barton, Deron Lamb. Anxious to see what Jeff Taylor does and Quincy Acey and Quincy Miller. All in all, man, pretty good draft for a lot of teams. I think teams got better and stuff. I think a lot of teams drafted off need instead of the best available, which I like to see. But I'm just ready to get the season started, see what these rookies can do, see who can come in and contribute right away, see who we see down the line about 5 years from now. Ready for the NBA start now. We got free agency kicking off this weekend. So we'll see what happens with a lot of these free agents now. And, well, just want to say appreciate you watching the videos, giving me your time for listening to my thoughts on the draft. So, remember, hit the website, www.derbycitysr.com. It's your boy, Craig Erickson, and I'm signing off. And go check the website right now. as I click stop on the video. Go.